decades, the self-storage industry operated on a highly forgiving philosophy. Trust your gut, buy some cheap land, and wait for the phone to ring. You poured concrete, put up some metal walls, and let customers fill them with cardboard boxes and old armchairs. Physical occupancy was the only metric that really mattered. That era is over. Over the last 4 years, the industry has slipped into a quiet, prolonged demand recession. People simply aren't renting space like they used to. The 2008 financial crisis was driven by bad mortgages and credit freezes. Today's crisis is tied directly to a stagnant housing market, where the actual rate of people moving has plummeted by up to 50%. At the same time, local operators are being squeezed on all sides. Automated web scrapers are artificially driving down local street rates, while the cost of borrowing money has nearly doubled. The math is getting incredibly tight. By the time operators gathered in San Antonio for the 2026 Spring SSA conference, a sharp divide emerged in how companies handled this pressure. The dream of "if you build it, they will come" is dead. The market is aggressively filtering out those waiting for the good old days, leaving only those actively executing new strategies. Some operators are choosing to simply wait, hoping economic conditions improve by 2028. They are practicing a strategy of delay and pray, extending loans and hoping the math will eventually correct itself. They know they need to modernize, but they treat new tools as outward-facing gimmicks. They look at artificial intelligence and only ask how it can talk to the customer. They deploy AI to generate after-hours gate codes or write basic chatbot responses for their websites. It is an entirely surface-level application. Meanwhile, the real opportunity sits untouched. They are ignoring how AI could process their historical data, model their staffing structures, and direct their high-level organizational decision-making. Plugging a chatbot into a website creates a dangerous illusion of progress. It blinds these operators to the actual mathematical warfare happening right across the street. Across that street are the progressive operators. They have accepted the demand recession and are executing complex, aggressive models to capture market share. This chart shows the brutal math of their customer acquisition strategy. They offer deep, unsustainable discounts at move-in to guarantee their facilities hit that crucial 90% physical occupancy mark. Once a customer moves in, the strategy flips. The operator applies aggressive ECRIs, or existing customer rate increases, rapidly pushing the monthly rent far above market value. The direct, calculated consequence of this price hike is a massive spike in customer move-outs. Vulnerable renters are forced to leave when they can no longer afford the unit. To survive this cycle, operators must immediately pour massive capital into marketing. They have to constantly buy new customers to replace the ones they just priced out, creating an expensive industry-wide arms race. You can't run this cycle by politely answering the phone. It requires an arsenal of data scientists, strict churn survivability models, and tight marketing attribution to keep the engine running. The sheer cost of this marketing arms race is squeezing independent operators out of the picture entirely, driving massive corporate consolidation. Major mega mergers and REITs, real estate investment trusts, are swallowing up these independents. They run on scale efficiency and low debt, eliminating human variables to protect their margins. But this brutal efficiency has a dark side. Aggressively raising rates on people who are overseas, lack transportation, or are navigating difficult life transitions has drawn serious public anger. State governments are noticing. Last year alone, legislators introduced over 62 industry-specific bills, including strict rent control measures aimed directly at self-storage facilities. The hostility is escalating quickly. One Maryland county has even started classifying self-storage alongside liquor and tobacco, taxing it as a literal sin tax. Independent operators are running out of runway. You either build a differentiated strategy with a real data moat, or you prepare your portfolio to be acquired by someone who has. Surviving this cycle requires operators to treat their metal boxes as server racks and their businesses as data companies.